With the weather hot and summer break right around the corner, more people will start heading out on the water. The Coast Guard is stressing the importance of being safe, and this is National Safe Boating Week. It's a great opportunity for boaters to go over their safety checklist before heading out on the water. And Flotilla Commander Sean Flynn is joining me this morning. Thank you so much for coming by here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. So first, what are some safety items that boaters should make sure that they have with them on board at all times?
Well, there's a couple of safety items I think that are well worthwhile reviewing. Flares are important on a boat. The PFDs, which are your life vests, are extremely important. We advocate life vests from the moment that you get on a boat, including the dock, all the way through for the day. It's very important for the children as well. One of the other things that we're advocating this year is what we have is a PLB, or an electronic device. These are utilized with NOAA to track you. So if this falls in the water, it automatically will send a signal. If by chance you push the button on it as well, it'll send a signal. Now,
does this hook to your life jacket?
Yeah, so we advocate that this is hooked to your life jacket. So when you go in the water, it automatically will, once it hits the water, it'll automatically adjust. If by chance, for some reason, you need to notify the Coast Guard, then you go ahead and click it and it'll automatically send a notification out for it. So it's a great opportunity to do these. These run about $200. It's well worthwhile purchasing, not only for you, but for your family as well.
Especially if you go out on alone, deep sea fishing, offshore fishing, definitely a great thing to have with you. And I know there's been some new laws this year or in the past couple of years, especially with a lanyard or something that helps cut off your engine right away. Can you talk about that?
Yes, so there are two new laws this year. The first law is the cutoff switch. So this is a lanyard that goes around your wrist, attaches to the boating console, and it can easily be disengaged if the captain moves away from the helm. So this was all due to an incident a couple of years back here in Jacksonville where somebody fell overboard. This is to reduce the amount of damage with prop, which will be disengaged if you leave the helm. So that is required for any boats. Most all new boats over 2,000 have this. Over the last 2 years have this. If you do not have it on your boat, you are required to install this cutoff switch on your boat.
Okay, and I know a big thing too, if the captain falls overboard, one of the major ways, someone could die is because, their boat running them over, essentially.
Yeah, and this happens more frequently. It can also happen to children easily that are on the front of the boat, get thrown off the boat. Most of the time you can't disengage the engine fast enough, so it's really important. The other thing that's important this year is fire extinguishers. So normally they don't have an expiration date. This year it came into law with the state of Florida. So any fire extinguisher over 12 years is no longer valid on a boat. So be aware, look at the bottom of the extinguisher. It'll have the manufacturing, and it also will have the date that it was manufactured, and then from there all you've got to do is back it up 12 or add 12 years and you've got an expired one. Then get that changed. One of the other things that we advocate is doing a boating class. You are required to do a boating class if your birth date is after June 1st, 1988. So it is required in the state of Florida. So if you're new to the area, you're new to the state of Florida, be advised that after 1988 you are required to do a boating class.
All right, well, this is all wonderful information. Real quick before we go, is there anything else people should keep in mind or a common mistake that boaters frequently make? Yeah,
so there are three big things. Wearing of your life vest, alcohol, and not taking a boating class. So we advocate, wear your life vest, make sure it's U.S. Coast Guard approved. Second thing, very important, minimize the alcohol. It's always exacerbated by the amount of sun that you have in the winter and the waves, or in the waves that are there. So minimize the alcohol and take the boating course. You have 75% less chance of a fatality by taking a boating course. So it's one of the most important and easiest ways to get out and have a wonderful, enjoyable summer.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have more information about National Safe Boating Week on our website at news4jax.com.